pickup. This is Williams. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, Williams. Finding room inside the 40. Whoosh. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick Webb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now a pitch out to Williams. Avoids him at the 40. And out across midfield down to the 45. Great way to start the drive.
Like I see it's in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, yeah. From the back of the I got a girl, Brad. Yeah. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. Yeah. I go in back of the they all from that. Yeah. My diamonds, they all look at this, that. Yeah. I go to bed on bed. I got the demon on flats. I got a in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming. They know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue. They know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion. They know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan. They know what that. I came on top of the building. Yeah, we had a plan. We came on top of the building. Yeah, we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out. Yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out. Yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Blitz coming and down he goes. D. Ford coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They go play action with Ryan. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. This is caught at the 20. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 51 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
They begin here with a run by West. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now West. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now he steps away. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Z. Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. For the Falcons, Charles, we've talked all year about the injuries that they had in 2018, and you kind of touched on it earlier, too. It's hard to get around them, though, when you look back at this past year. So they go to 7-9, and I know that that's not what they wanted, but with all the injuries, is that okay?
It would be if you didn't think you were going to the Super Bowl. You know, if you didn't think you had a chance at that, and they did going into the season. But when you lose your starting safeties in Ricardo Allen and Keanu Neal, your middle linebacker, Deion Jones, for a long stretch of time, you end up starting 1-4. Then in the second half of the season, you have a 5-game losing streak. 7-9 is actually better than I thought that they were finishing because of those 2 long losing streaks.
Caught on the right side by Jones. 23 yards on the play.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Tackle made by Bruce Carter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Looking for Kelsey on a deep ball. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 40 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
And here now come the Falcons. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ron Parker there in on the coverage, and he knocked it away. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin. It
feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Looking deep for Julio. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. It's Ryan. And that will be incomplete as well.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Ryan now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Ryan will throw again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Now that we sit in the postseason, let's talk about some of these awards we've been hitting on all year, Charles. MVP, what do you think?
Well, I think it's going to come down to Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback at Kansas City, Drew Brees, quarterback New Orleans, and Aaron Donald, the defensive tackle for Los Angeles Rams. I ultimately think that Mahomes wins this award. I think he distanced himself late in the season from Brees, and it's hard for a defender to win the MVP.
Rookie of the year, Barkley, or does Mayfield have a shot?
Personally, I would give it to Barkley because he's been there all 16, but Mayfield made Cleveland relevant, put them in a position where maybe we were even talking about the playoffs, and boy, the excitement level has really ramped up. I would not be surprised at all if he walked away with the award.
Lastly, what about Coach of the Year? Does Frank Reich have a shot after starting 1-5 in Indy?
He should be in that conversation, shouldn't he? But I think ultimately it comes down to Matt Nagy in Chicago and Anthony Lynn with the Los Angeles Chargers. I think Nagy's going to win it because the Chargers were picked in preseason to actually win their division or contend. The Bears were not.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. On second down, Freeman. Well, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
They begin the drive with Williams. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Taking it about the 16. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now Ryan on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan trying to lay one up deep, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Mahomes now to throw, and he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable, because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
Now, post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shifts by him. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 26.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Run up.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Should their woes on offense continue, that's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
On the give, this is their fullback. He will push his way down to about the 14. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On second down, Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ryan. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Green 39.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes now on 1st down. On target over the middle to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. Well, Charles, the All-Pro team was announced a Friday before the playoffs started. Aaron Donald, the only unanimous choice. Let's see, the Chiefs had 4, Bears had 4. What stuck out to you about the All-Pro team?
Well, it's such a great year for Drew Brees at quarterback for New Orleans, the #1 seed in the NFC. Yet he's only 2nd team All-Pro because Patrick Mahomes had a magical season in Kansas City and deserved to be the #1 guy. How about the Chicago Bears going from worst to first in the NFC North? 4 players making the All-Pro team led by Khalil Mack. And then when you talk about rookies, the Colts had 2 that made it in Quentin Nelson, their offensive guard, and Darius Leonard, their linebacker.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over this?
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Jones coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. On second down, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 87 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Ready, back 25.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now here's Mahomes. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Slow.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he checks this one down to Williams. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mahomes now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
And again, it's Mahomes. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
There we go now.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree, getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say solo.